My name is Anshuman Bapna. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called mygola.com, and we're a travel planning startup that is basically the world's first platform to find thousands of trips that you can customize as much as you want and book them instantly.
You find the things that I want, or how do I approach this? Can you take me a little bit through the steps?
Sure. So what we found was that travelers often take inspiration from articles that they have read, maybe in the New York Times, or a blog that they came across, or a trip that one of their friends took, and then go ahead and actually use that to plan their trip. So we have written algorithms that can automatically take all of this and convert that into a day-by-day, hour-by-hour plan, and then you can move it around. You can add places, you can delete places, and we'll make sure our algorithms will logistically take into account what times things open, how far they are from each other, and so on, and build the perfect plan for you.
Okay, so you help, I can push around the schedule pieces, and you help me try to, I think that's very important, that you know when the museum is open, that kind of thing.
Absolutely, that's a very important part of it.
Putting together the trip, as I understand, happens at the desktop, and you can maneuver pieces around. Do you also have a mobile app where, when you're on the trip, that helps you realizing everything and, I don't know, getting alarms, notations?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So in fact, we are actually focused much more on the tablet versus the desktop. So the entire experience is touch sensitive. It feels like a magazine that you're browsing. And the idea is that, and we haven't built this yet, but the idea is that you'll be able to take your itineraries with you on your mobile phone. And that's something that you should expect to see in a month or two's time.
Who are you targeting with the product? Who's your audience?
Sure. So we're focused on independent travelers across the globe, traveling anywhere, whether domestically or to other parts of the world. And in fact, what we have found is that one of the key segment that works really well for us are people who love travel independently, but do not have the time to be able to put everything together themselves. And yet they would not want to take a package tour because they love the flexibility and authenticity that comes from planning your own trip.
What are your key markets?
US is one of our biggest markets. It's actually the biggest market, followed by India, followed by Germany actually. So we have about 7% of our traffic that comes from Germany.
Okay. Why do you think the SevenVentures Pitch Day is a good fit? Where, for example, if you win it, what would you do with the media volume? How would it fit into your strategy?
Sure, yeah. So Europe is already the largest end destination for all our travelers, which is not surprising. But it is also the third largest point of origin for our travelers. So we would really love to take the mygola concept and use the media volume that we get from this competition to go out and actually get the word out about mygola to travelers all over Europe. And Europe anyhow has one of the largest proportions of independent travelers, so we think we'll make a big impact there.
Okay, great. So you just closed the Series A round in October. Can you expand a little bit on that? Who was it by, and what are you going to do with the money?
Sure. So we closed a Series A round of $1.5 million from our existing investors, but also a new investor called Helion Venture Partners. So Helion is India's largest domestic venture fund. They've invested in NASDAQ-listed companies like MakeMyTrip and large companies like Redbus, and we're very excited to have them on board. The main idea behind the funding now is to actually get the product to a point where travelers can not only find inspiration through the platform, but also book it and transact. And then the hope is that 6 months from now, 8 months from now, we'll go back to the market to raise a much larger round focused on distribution, which is one of the hardest challenges in online travel.
Great. We wish you good luck with the competition, and thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'm glad to be here.